What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and we're moving closer and closer to now multiple different things: a government shutdown, a impeachment inquiry of President Biden, maybe a actually impeachment type process of Kevin McCarthy, Speaker Kevin McCarthy, from the actual Republicans. And now take a look at this. Trump says he supports government shutdown if the conservatives, the Republicans, don't get appropriate deal. Here is what former President Donald Trump just said here in an interview. Take a listen.
Do you think Republican hardliners should abandon their threat to shut down the government over their spending priorities now that there is this impeachment?
No, I think if they don't get a fair deal, we have to save our country. We have $35 trillion in debt. We have to save our country.
So you would shut down the government? You'd support that?
I'd shut down the government if they can't make an appropriate deal. Absolutely.
Now, also keep in mind, just because I know this and, I don't really choose sides or anything, former President Donald Trump has said before in the past that a government shutdown should not be used against him when he was president as well. And he did add about $8 trillion to the debt himself when he was president. We'll see how much Biden adds, but I'm sure it's going to be a lot as well. So, keep that in mind. Kevin McCarthy and Matt Gaetz feud is really starting to hit a massive, massive problem here in the government, in the Congress, and for Republicans. Honestly, I think the Republicans may try to impeach Kevin McCarthy as Speaker, or they might just push on without him. They're also looking to impeach President Biden here as well. I don't know which one's going to happen first. You guys can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. We could see both happen. Yeah. This also comes here as the president's son, Hunter Biden, has been indicted on 3 federal gun charges after the plea deal fell through here a while ago. And this could play out for a while. But again, this is even more scrutiny here on the Biden family, again, with a major election coming in here. Take a listen.
We got some big news tonight. A federal grand jury has indicted President Biden's son Hunter on felony gun charges, setting the stage for a possible criminal trial during the 2024 campaign. NBC's Ryan Nobles has the latest on this story.
Tonight, Hunter Biden under criminal indictment and facing the possibility of prison time.
Any comment on the Hunter Biden investigation, sir?
Special counsel David Weiss not commenting today after handing down 3 federal felony gun charges against Hunter Biden for allegedly lying about his drug addiction when he purchased a firearm. 2 of those charges carrying maximum sentences of 10 years in prison. It comes just 2 months after that controversial plea deal fell apart under a judge's scrutiny. Weiss had negotiated an agreement for the president's son to avoid any prison time by going through a pretrial diversion program on the gun charge and pleading guilty to misdemeanor tax charges. Republicans had slammed it as a sweetheart deal for the president's son and blasted Attorney General Merrick Garland for choosing Weiss as the special counsel to investigate Hunter Biden. Tonight, a top Republican told us the gun charges are not enough.
If I ranked those crimes 1 through 12, I would rank this one a distant 12. And ironically, this is the one crime the president's son committed that you can't tie back to the president.
House Republicans have opened an impeachment inquiry to investigate whether President Biden benefited from the foreign business dealings of Hunter Biden and other Biden family members, though they've presented no direct evidence against President Biden yet, and the White House says their investigation has been a bust.
Republicans also recently introduced here a legislation to ban federal mask mandates in schools and on airplanes. This is a legislation. Of course, this would have to pass. And Republicans are offering legislation to ban federal mask mandates in schools and on airplanes. Remember, for the longest time, you had to wear a mask on airplanes. Remember that? And forms of public transportation amid a new surge of C-19 cases that has led to reinstatements of mask mandates in a handful of places. I'll link you to the video I just did, actually showing some of this happening and what is happening actually right now. This legislation comes from Senator J.D. Vance, Republican from Ohio, Mike Braun, Republican from Indiana, Josh Hawley, Senator from Missouri, and co-sponsoring the Senate bill, introduced as the Freedom to Breathe Act. It's listed as a sponsor for Eric Schmidt, representative, is as a sponsor for the bill as well. Lawmakers said they were offering the bill to push back at the imposition of new mask mandates. Quote, multiple entities within our government, within the public health bureaucracy, this is a quote, there are local schools in the DC area now reimposing mask mandates. This is coming back unless we stop it from happening, they said. That's why I introduced the legislation, and I'm going to force the Democrats to at least vote on it. If they say the mask mandates are not coming back, then come to the Senate floor, vote with us, and say, quote, no more mask mandates. Let's make it bipartisan. In reality, there's very little evidence any federal mask mandates are close to being imposed. Well, this is what this article says, at least. A recent uptick in C-19 cases across the U.S., however, has resulted in some private companies and other entities moving to mask mandates. Vance will try to force a floor consideration on the legislation on Thursday, he said in a aforementioned statement. Wow. The legislation would sunset at the end of 2024 if passed. Very interesting. I will link you to a video I just did here on the mask mandates, some of which are already happening here across the country in various stages. We're actually already seeing some schools that are actually closing because of the virus cases. Some schools are actually already going to remote. You guys can let me know down below in the comment section if you're seeing this in your area. And it feels like, are we going to be doing this here yet again? Yeah, 2023, it's just like, yeah, all right. Is this virus ever going to go away? Yeah, are we going to be doing this in 2024, 2025, ever? Yeah, you guys can let me know your thoughts here. This is just absolutely ridiculous at some point. Yeah, so you guys can let me know your thoughts. I'll keep you up to date. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below. Click the bell icon so you don't miss out on any new videos. And don't forget to like and share these videos so other people can hear about what is happening here on a daily basis. Click here to see the video about the mandates and the new vaccines that are happening here right now. Or click here to see the new assassination attempt that actually just happened, and North Korea or Russia talking about striking the U.S. It's wild. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.